position of just maintaining the relationship with their opponent. He moves, they don't move, now the position's different. All right, if I'm in this position and I've got my shoulder in, and this is deep and I'm right here, if he moves, this slide, now I'm in a different position. Okay? I haven't moved at all. But because he's moved, I'm now in a different position. My shoulder is out over top of his leg. All right? Once he gets his hips behind my shoulder, I'm no longer in the advantage position. Once he gets his hips behind my shoulder, that way, now, my best interest might be to cause a stalemate because he's in a better position than I am. All right, and this is the breakdown that happens at the high school level all the time, and it's the breakdown that happens a lot at the college level. All right, the battle in this position is with my shoulder and his hips. If his hips get behind my shoulder, they beat my shoulder. If I keep my shoulder in front of his hips, or his hips in front of my shoulder, now I'm in the advantage position. All right, that's critical. You're not going to be any good at this position if you don't understand. That's the battle. The battle, right, between me and Riley in this position, the battle is him trying to get his hips behind my shoulder, me keeping his hips in front of my shoulder. All right, you guys understand what I'm talking about? Got to be clear. You guys crystal on that? You got it? Okay. So now, first thing we're going to do, and guys, it's funny how people learn stuff. I learned a lot of this stuff from different coaches, different wrestlers, and we learned it in a whole bunch of different things. You know, we had the fireman's carry finish when he reached in front of my arm. He'd reach it, no, we did that. Reach here, we'd have the fireman's carry finish where we'd come here and finish. And then we had the Granby finish when he reached the other arm across my body, and we'd jump over. And we had all these things that we would do based on what he did. Hand in front of me, swim to the head. And the truth of the matter is, at some point, your opponents figure out what the best thing for them to do is. And it's not to commit an arm somewhere. The best thing for him to do in this position is to latch his hands on my right here and hold me tight and keep me from moving and not commit to something, waiting for me to make a mistake with my legs being apart or my arm getting close where he can lock around my body. But he's waiting for me to make a mistake so he can slide his hips behind my shoulder. All right. So with that being said, there's an evolution of stuff, and what you guys are going to get is basically 30 years of trimming the fat away from the bone and getting the most efficient and best way to score. First thing we're going to do is once we hit here is we're going to jump off our hip and fire our knees under his knee and pull my head up. So I'm here, pull my head up. Okay. One of the things that happened, and not that I invented it, I started doing it to solve a problem. I was hitting high crotches, guys were spinning out on me, I'd cut them to the hip, I'd get there, they'd latch on, and I'd lose the shoulder rattle. I thought, God, this sucks. I can't go to my hip and stay there because I'm getting my butt kicked there. And so what happened is I got to where I'd come here, I'd cut them to their hip, boom, and they'd just jump right there. I couldn't stay in that position, so I wanted to change. I was losing that position, I had to change it. Once I started changing, I thought to myself, why would I ever go there and stay there? Well, the only time you go there and stay in that position is if he's latched onto you and he can't pop up. But most of the time, guys, that finish right there, you'll be able to do. So we're just going to start. I'm here. I've got to fire. My hand's going to post. I'm going to fire my knees under his knee. Here. Because my knees are underneath me, my hips can come in. I can gain head elevation. Once I'm here, he's got two choices. What Riley's doing, which is what will happen most of the time, once you come here, he'll go there. Right? Be aware of that spaz that decides to go the other direction because, and the first time it happened to me, it knocked me out. I raised up here, and the guy tried to go into me, and he actually kicked me in the back of the head. Like that. So be kick that direction. So you're gonna so you're gonna be up on the hand. So I'm come here, boom, now you're just gonna kick across there. All right. So make sure when you jump up, you kind of, you don't want to have your head down, but you just kind of want to tuck your shoulders a little bit because there's a possibility it's going to kick into you. Don't kick in. Okay. Any questions? Do it.